Shopify helped businesses break sales records over the holidays with the world's best converting checkout. Let's hear that one more time. The world's best converting checkout. Shopify's legendary checkout makes it easier for customers to shop on your website, across social media, and everywhere in between. Now that's music to your ears. Any way you spin it, you can be a smash hit with Shopify. Start your $1 a month trial today at shopify.com/records.
Yogsonik Dynamics.
Okay, we're in. Thanks, Blip.
Join us, Sylvia Rivera, played by Tisha. Knits with his buddy Blip, played by Nico Rodriguez. Don't fall for Yogsonik.
Hey, we're kind of short on time, so just stick to the script.
Okay. Z.OUS, played by Richard Collins. And Game Master, Adam Culbertson. From Creative Typo Entertainment, you're jacked into Dreadtech Incorporated.
All right, so you just got done prepping, going through that montage and everything for this infiltration onto the, what did I write it down as? The containment and launch complex. So in the whole montage it's in the middle of that park. There definitely is trees surrounding it, like it destroyed some of the land as it came up and everything as it opened up. I don't know, I'm kind of thinking like in the first James Bond movie with the volcano where it opens up. But there was living plants on top of it, and it just like, get the fuck out of here. And so what was y'all's plan to try and, like, how did y'all want to approach it? Or how were y'all thinking you wanted to approach it? And I'll tell you if it's a possibility or not.
I'll tell you how we weren't going to approach it in a euro.
The Tatsiki sauce would be a dead giveaway.
I think the idea was to have the Zoog and the steam fairies attack kind of from all angles to create diversion. So the Zoog were going to like dig underground to help
create traps.
Create traps. And the steam fairies were coming up with different weapons and stuff like that. So they were going to kind of do the full on front assault. And I think we were going to try and backdoor in with Molly. I got that right? Molly?
With that building?
Yeah, Molly.
Like how y'all got out?
Yeah, we were going to kind of backtrack the same way we got out last time.
So scouting that out, that it was heavily guarded during the time that you were prepping and everything like that. And they ended up demolishing that building. Okay. I mean, Liam knew about it. So.
Well, we told Molly that Liam told us to come do this with her, right?
Yeah, you made a fake recording for her, I'm pretty sure,
yeah,
of Liam.
The program
it was
illusion.
Fake. Yeah, the illusion, yeah.
I do have a question. Did we rest at all in the gyro? Would that
you would have rested a lot during the 6 days prepping for this.
Good. I'm glad that I rested during 6 days.
Now, there is some very open ways to get in, and then there is covered ways to get in through the forest. But the entire park is heavily guarded. They have rounds of guards going everywhere of what you would have scouted out. And intel from the Zoogs. And the Zoogs are able to smuggle the fairies into there too. So they're prepped and ready for you.
I mean,
Could we disguise ourselves as guards?
Yeah, you maybe. I mean, you can try.
I was gonna say we can just go to our, tried and tested Z.OUS in the suit that he wore to the protest, and then
it's all ripped up.
What's left of it?
Oh yeah. We have the flying serpent, the polymorph.
Well, Z.OUS can also burrow. Like, I don't know how useful that might be. Like, I don't know how much we can really see or how much intel we might have on it as far as, like, potential, like, actual dirt areas, like, within the confines.
Mm-hmm.
I also have this programmed illusion. This scripted performance can last up to 5 minutes. How do we know the blueprint of how long it's going to take us from any specific entrance to get to the anomaly?
The open areas are the most guarded, but they're also not open anymore. They do have barricades and stuff. It looks like the path of least resistance is actually through the forest, but there are defenses set up inside the forest as well. And I'm talking about personnel, drones, mechanical, or like maybe turrets, stuff like that too.
Does Blip know where Liam is right now? Has he been on any social media lately?
Yeah, you would have been keeping track of social media. I'm gonna say the only times that Liam has popped up, and he's been doing interviews talking about he is going to actually be doing the launch himself, and he will be piloting the craft and installing the power source on the moon.
So blowing up the rocket is an option.
But we wanted to free the thing, right?
Yeah, I think y'all's main goal was to free the anomaly.
Yeah.
But with all of that stuff and all the defenses and everything like that, you will be going through a skill challenge and stuff. But there are you have set up stuff with the Zeugs and the Ruby's razors and the fairies, the steampunk fairies.
Well, do we want to try splitting up? So Z.OUS goes underground. I can go in as a mechanic because I've got that stuff set up already. And then damn, I forgot Tisha's character's name. Sylvia, Jesus. Thank you. I wanted to say Marsha because I listened to that episode when you're like M-A-R. Sylvia could go in with Molly, and you could disguise self, you two, to get in, and then we can make a rendezvous point inside.
Yeah. I could disguise self as Liam, unless his crit rating is super high.
Is his what?
Well, I can shapeshift into Liam as long as his crit rating, his CR.
What's the CR?
But then I would have all his powers. You have to give me his character.
Well, I think really it's not talking about like personal CR. I think it's talking about CR of the like race or monster or whatever. So his CR would only really count as like, I guess not even like a baseline human so much as like a baseline like cybernetic human, but probably still well within your range. Because you wouldn't have to count his like classes and everything because you're not actually getting the benefit of any kind of class levels or anything like that.
Yeah, so I guess the question is, do I want to, because now I'm thinking, well, screw it, I'll just shapeshift into the president of the world, country, Liam's dad. Do I want to be a distraction, or am I really just trying to rush her through? Because I could just shapeshift into one of her bodyguards and grab some bodyguard clothing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess, yeah.
Like, am I a distraction to keep people away from you, or...
Because Molly didn't leave the grounds like she was being kidnapped, trying to set off warnings to everybody. She just kind of left, right? And then I had her device, and nobody was communicating back and forth with her. I monitored her device for 7 days.
Yeah, and nobody ever responded to your outgoing message.
Yeah. So,
right.
Yeah, I guess that's an option if you wanted to run that route.
Yeah. I can either be a bodyguard or a member of the press. A member of the press makes sense because I'm going to be recording everything. So she's just taking me in for a quick pre-demonstration of the... Yeah.
Pretty reasonable.
All right.
Then when we get inside, I mean, from running the schematics and having been inside, do we identify a good place for us to meet up?
Like a good place that would have like dirt access.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or at least you could get to it from where it cuts off.
Yeah.
I will say you know where it cuts off, so
right,
but
so
it's not at the door.
Right. It's reasonable to say though that we could make a good rendezvous point for us to get to, like like in the basement or something somewhere, like one lower level or something. I don't know. You tell me.
Well, you don't know the layout of the inside of the place, and Molly would have refused to. She's just like, I can get you there unless you have some way of forcing her to talk. But guess your rendezvous would be inside. Because how are you approaching Nits?
I was gonna go in as a maintenance man
Along with them?
I was gonna go in separate, go in before them if possible. Like, go start my day early getting there.
Okay. All right. Okay. So we will start this. All right. So we are going to do skill challenges for you to get in. Skill challenges to get to the room to the anomaly. So the way this is going to work. Okay, so what's going to happen is we're going to roll initiative, and y'all are going to go in order of initiative, of course, and you are going to come up with something that you are going to come up against, and it's going to involve using one of your skills, and you have to roll a skill D20. You gotta roll your skill.
Okay.
So in short, make up a problem for you to fix with a skill, and then roll your skill to fix that problem.
Yes, you have, and also you can't repeat the skill that you last used, and you can't use the skill that the person right before you used.
Okay.
But it has to be a problem, and it has to be something that you can fix with the skill that you're wanting to use.
And like problem here is kind of nebulous. Like in any kind of thing that you could kind of be able to use that skill to further our goal.
To getting inside. And since you're all going in separate, the others aren't having to deal with those skills, but you're trying to get 6 successes or 3 failures.
Okay.
We're not trying to get 3 failures. don't try to get 3 failures.
And normally you would get an inspiration for this, but we don't use regular inspiration. You will get a Cardic inspiration just for this. If you don't use it during the challenge, you lose it at the end of the challenge.
Interesting.
Sweet.
So who wants to draw first?
I'll take the bottom.
5.
I changed my mind. I'll take the top.
I'll take the bottom next.
Ooh, 3.
Ooh. I'm going to do my typical, just kind of like grab something out of the middle somewhere. And it's a jack. Yeah.
Nice.
All right, and roll for initiative.
Yogsonik Dynamics has interrupted this feed to provide you with your daily dose of capitalism from our sponsors. Yogsonik Security, the city's #1 cybernetic security system, offering complete protection for your online and physical life. Keep your family safe with our constantly updated threat detection GPS software, guiding you along the safest route possible to your destination. From dumpster diving zooks to mutated monkeys, we give you constant information on how best to protect yourself no matter what the threat. Free equipment, installation, and body augmentation options are available. Yogsonik Dynamics appreciates your mandatory attention. Now back to your regularly scheduled broadcast.
I got a 9.
17.
5.
That's smart, guys. Get those bad ones out of the way.
That's how you do it, right?
Uh-huh.
And have fun coming up with stuff. If it is ridiculous, that is okay. It will be on par with the rest of the show.
If you get too far out of left field or like something like that, he'll let you know.
Yeah. Make it make sense, but have fun and get goofy if you need to.
Give me 2 seconds because I feel like I need a beer for this. I'll be right back. 2 seconds.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Fair.
I'm grabbing a drink then too, if we're doing this. If we're committing.
Sylvia, when you are ready to do your challenge, what is it? And What are you rolling?
Okay, so Sylvia has turned into Robin Roberts, the famous newscaster for Dark City News, DCN. And her first skill challenge is going to be getting past that very first guard with Molly. And it's going to be a performance check, because what she's going to do is as soon as she walks up to that guard, as soon as they approach and the guard looks like they're going to talk to them, she says, "Hello, and welcome to DNC News. I'm Robin Roberts with the exclusive interview with Molly. She's going to take us throughout this museum before the launch of what is it? What are we launching again?
The energy. What? You got a good name for it?
The anomaly, right?
Well, they don't know about the anomaly.
It's the anomaly.
That's what you call it.
Before,
but it's
the launch,
it's a clean energy source.
Before the launch of the clean energy source to the moon.
Ooh, lunar energy source.
Okay.
Can we call it lunar
There
energy
you go.
source?
There you go. Yeah.
An exclusive interview with Molly from Yogsonik, partially responsible for the new clean lunar energy source that we're going to have here in Dark City. And as she's doing that, she's pushing Molly forward and just kind of pushing past the guard, like waving him off because she's live.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to be, like I said, a performance check. I got 24.
All right. So as you're going through there, you got the guards like trying to stop you. Everything, like even the metal detector starts buzzing, and you're just talking your way through it that whole time. And Molly along with you is she's actually getting into the performance and waving them off, and she's showing a lot of confidence with it off of you, and you are able to get to the front door of the facility. And Nitz.
Okay. I am going to pull up to the service entrance in my van and checkpoint through there with the scan, everything the way it's supposed to. But the person that I am posing to be today was out of work. And so I get up to the actual area to make it into the building through the service entrance. And they have guards there, because you said there are guards everywhere. And one of the guards is like, "Humphrey, you weren't supposed to be here today. I heard you hurt your arm and you were supposed to be out for like 3 months." And I did not realize that the person that I picked, the reason he wasn't working today is because he's actually out on for something very noticeable. So I am going to say, man, this is difficult even coming up with your own scenario. Yeah, they actually put me in a new containment facility center that helped my arm grow back and heal faster than what it was supposed to in the hospital. It's a new thing that they've got down at Yogsonik University, and yeah. So I'm actually released to come back to work earlier, and they have called me and asked me to come in because it's all hands on deck right now. You know what I mean, Vern? And I guess this is going to be probably deception.
Yeah, I would say deception.
Which for me is an 18.
Okay. So the guard, he's just like, "Man, Humphrey, that must have cost a lot." But that Vern joke, yeah, I never get tired of that one.
Me either.
Yeah, come on, buddy.
All right, I got a little helper with me today. Come on, Blip. And we'll walk right in.
Oh, did you get that from the university too?
Yeah, new models that they're putting out for electrical engineering. Keeps us from zapping ourselves. You know what I mean?
Oh, I bet.
Well,
you don't want to electrocute yourself and fall from, what was it, 4 stories? And yeah, you don't want that happening again.
2 times in the same year, just my luck, right?
Right? Yeah. All right, you successfully got inside the maintenance entrance. All right, Z.OUS.
So, I just want to clarify, just make sure we're on the same page here. So Z.OUS was burrowing, right?
Yeah, Z.OUS was burrowing. Are you burrowing through like the woods, or how you coming in?
Well, wherever the closest point that would be someplace you could kind of be unseen like whether that be the woods or another angle because there's like a building in the way or something. Just whatever's relatively close where there's like some kind of obstruction to where he's not seen.
Okay.
Is good starting point.
All right. I mean, I think coming out would be like your best. Their closest position would be in the woods. You would be able to burrow underneath everything.
Yeah. So obviously that's a good starting point. The idea here, and I guess since we're not really in like a timed thing anyway, so he's gonna burrow his way all the way through to where he assumes is inside the building.
All right.
Do with what you will, but far enough that he's pretty sure that he's inside the building.
Okay.
And then he's going to actually use athletics to try and burst through what should be probably a floor of some type of material.
Okay.
And probably, depending on how this roll goes, may determine what kind of material. Total's going to be 20.
Okay, 20. All right. So, yeah, there's no way you could burrow underneath the building.
Well,
But
if he runs into a wall, then that's where he surfaces.
yes, but you're 20. You pop up out of the ground and you are close to the building. You're past the tree line, but you're out in the open. A few guards see you as you pop up. You actually kind of startle them, so they're kind of getting their stuff together, and they weren't expecting that. And okay, so you hear a whisper like right in front of you coming from the ground, and you hear, "Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Just lead them this way. Just lead them this way. We'll cover it." So how do you want to like get their attention?
All right, so
Or at least like continue to guide them to you and not just shoot you.
yeah. So Z.OUS will fight the urge to actually pull out any guns. Like they're still going to be strapped to his back. But we'll go. Hey, so I must take a wrong turn at Albuquerque or something. Hey, you guys over there, can you maybe help me out with some directions?
You're like, yeah, you know this is an unauthorized location, right?
No, of course I don't know this is an unauthorized location. I thought I was going to Albuquerque.
Hey, do you know what Albuquerque is? No, I don't know what Albuquerque is. We're gonna have to detain you now, sir. And they start walking towards you, and they fall into a trap, and they die.
just unceremoniously, like, and they're dead.
You look down in the pit, and yeah, the Zoogs. They didn't just create a spike trap. They created like a spike trap with a crushing spike trap that follows it, and yeah, you're able to jump over the pit and get to the door.
Okay.
Which
All
you are on the opposite side of the building from Nitz. And like y'all all went in 3 different entrances.
Good job, guys.
All right, so that's 3
This is
successes.
on brand. Definitely
Y'all are
on brand.
halfway done. We got the Zoogs involved.
There we go. Zoogs involved. Check.
Y'all did set up ruby razors, and you did set up fairies as well. So keep that in mind. All right, back to Sylvia.
Threw in that ruby razors, what
And
I
you-
had in mind.
Yeah, and you can't use performance, and you can't use athletics.
So we're at the very front of the building, right? We haven't entered.
Yeah, you are in the main entrance. Like, there's a lobby and everything.
Okay. I don't know if I should use the ruby razors here or not. Yeah, I will. So we walk in the main entrance, and Sylvia, as Robin Roberts, says, "And this is Robin Roberts, here with Molly. Stay with us, and we'll be right back after this commercial break." And then she winks at the ruby razors and says, "Oh my lord, the ruby razors, that one, wasn't she arrested for beating up that old man? How dare you have someone like that in here? Guards, get her out of here." And persuasion and she shows them a picture of Christopher after he had gotten a little beat up that she took of herself. This poor old man was harmed by this dangerous woman. get her out. I cannot believe that I'm in the same lobby as her. How dare you have someone like that in Yogsonik, in my presence? And is just really trying to push them to get all the guards to get them out while she sneaks away with Molly down the side, down the corridor.
Okay.
And I
roll.
Persuasion. 14. Persuasion's a +9. You know what? I'll use my Cardic +5. So 19.
Okay. All right. So, what did you say the Ruby Razor's name was?
I didn't mention a name.
You
I just
didn't
pointed
say
to
a
one
name.
of them.
Okay. So you actually set up ahead of time, doing this diversion. This Ruby Razor is dressed as another guard, and she goes, "Well, I guess you got me," and she rips off her helmet, and it is
Mellow Wizard 75.
a Venom.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is Venom, and she just, like, the claws come out of her fingertips, like and blood is dripping from her hands, and she just starts slashing away at the at the guards that are there, and two of the other guards ended up being Ruby Razors as well, and they also do the same thing and start fighting, and you have an opening to book it.
Booking it.
All right, and we are at Nits.
Okay. So my next thing to do would be to get a badge from one of the security guards that are walking the halls going around so that I could have higher level clearance than whatever clearance I currently hacked. So my idea here is to be walking down the hall and using the agent that's on my arm, quickly hit a command to have Blip kind of push into me and knock me into a security guard and act like Blip malfunctioned, like a stupid drone might malfunction, knock me into the security guard, and then I will sleight of hand their badge, their security badge, off their persons.
Okay, yeah, sleight of hand.
Hey, that is a 22.
All right, so let's you are successful in snatching it.
Okay.
He's like, "Hey, buddy, watch out."
Oh, I'm so sorry. These stupid drones, and Blip makes some angry beeping noises at me. They're constantly malfunctioning. Never can get these things quite right. Sorry about that. Sorry, officer. And I'll step back to let him continue walking and then slide it into my sleeve.
All right. And you are heading towards the containment area. All right, Z.OUS, you are inside.
All right. So Z.OUS is going to actually run across just a single guard, like in a hall, and is going to use intimidation.
Okay.
And we'll go ahead and do that and go from there.
Okay.
And for good measure, I'm going to go ahead and use the Cardic since it's going to probably be my last opportunity to do so. So that's going to be a total of 20.
All right. Yeah, I would. How are you going about doing that?
The idea here is Z.OUS is gonna like go up to the guy and just be like, "Hey, you right here! I need to get to the containment field right now, and you're gonna take me. You get it?" And he's gonna wiggle his mouth tendrils at him. "Hey, if you don't hurry up, I'm gonna eat your leg."
He starts to pull his gun up at you, and at that same time, the fairies pop up behind you as well, and they start like charging up a blast with their hands, and he's like, hey, are they with you? And you look back and you see the fairies.
Yeah, hey, with me.
Those things murdered my dad.
Yeah, he probably murder you too if you don't hurry up.
All right, yeah, let's go. Come on.
Yeah, that's more like it.
All right, so you got a guard escorting you to the to the containment. All right, and Sylvia, what would be another obstacle in your way? And I would say that maybe y'all would run into each other at this point.
All
so
right.
The other two might be involved.
The next obstacle in our way is a broken elevator. So to get to where, I guess, are we going downstairs or upstairs, or is it one floor? So I'm thinking acrobatic.
Okay.
Or, so she could have to run and jump off of two walls, like parkour style, to the top of something and then lift up Molly.
Okay. So you're trying to go up, or no? How are you doing it?
Yeah, we can't use the elevator, so she's going to run and jump and do 3 jumps off of the walls to get on top of this next floor.
All right, go ahead and do your roll for that.
Sure. 14. Before she does it, she says parkour.
And you're trying to go up the elevator shaft, or the elevator car is in there. You're just trying to get on the roof of it. Is that what's going on?
Yeah, the elevator is locked, and Molly's card for some reason is not working for it.
Okay.
So I was picturing, in malls, like those open malls where there is an elevator shaft and it's glass, but you can totally see the next floor. You just need the elevator to get to it.
Okay. All right, so yeah, I'm going to say inside of that elevator, you actually see the containment area in front of you, and it's a floor like below you, like maybe not a floor below you, but is below you, and you can see the same containment that you had seen before with it outside of the glass bubble.
I was trying to think how else acrobatic, because I'm doing it backwards. I'm coming up with the skill before the problem.
That's fine. Either way works.
Yeah. I mean, I have obviously other ones that I can use if that's not going to work.
No, we're going to make it work. Yeah, because it's open and you would be able to scale down the side of the wall if it worked.
Okay, she'll parkour down. Elevator call is not bringing the elevator up.
Okay, so I'm trying to think of something real quick. Let's say, okay, so you try to jump off, you try to parkour up the wall, but you actually, you just, your footing is wrong, and you end up just busting your ass on the elevator floor. Like the glass was just a lot more slick than you thought it was going to be, and you do not make it to the roof of the elevator.
I just don't make it.
I'm gonna also say that 2 guards show up and they say, "Miss Bennett, we just got a warning that your card was used here. Yeah, we were given direct orders to escort you to Liam as soon as any sign of you showed up, and we just saw you ping at this elevator. Is everything all right, Miss Bennett?"
Intro and outro music by Nico Rodriguez. Head on over to dreadtechinc.com for everything on the show and other Creative Typo productions.
They found us. Dump the connection clip.
Yogsonik Dynamics apologizes for the unscheduled interruption. Remain calm as we locate the nearest re-education facility. You may proceed, user 8342167. Have a Yogsonik day.